Hi everybody, it's Connie, and this is a beautiful Wednesday afternoon at 2, and so I am live, and I'm going to wait just a moment and see if anybody pops on here. While I'm waiting, I just want to remind everybody to go to the Close to My Heart website and get signed up as going for all of their events. So if you go to the Close to My Heart Facebook group and click under events and just click that you're going on everything, even if you're not, because they are a great deal and you can win prizes. And so I just wanted to make sure everybody knew about them. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I want to show you today takes a couple of minutes. I want to show you a hidden thing in the catalog, something that most people don't notice and don't even know what they're used for. And that's this. This is called spine expanders. Spine expanders are in the catalog. They're about $5.50 and you get 10 expanders. They come in a package like this, and basically what they're used for is to keep your scrapbook from becoming like a big wedge. So first let me show you in the catalog what they look like. They're right there. And under album accessories, if you're like me, I have a tendency to add extension posts and longer posts onto all my post albums, and I tend to stuff my ring albums really full. And so most of my albums have so much dimension that my albums end up looking like a wedge when they're sitting on the table, right? So it's like here's the edge of the album, and then it goes into a big V instead of a nice square, like flat album that goes onto a shelf. I tend to overfill. And so one of the things that's really nice when you have a lot of dimension on a page, so you can see, like even on this page I added a lot of foam tape. I've done flip flaps in here. I have a lot, you know, I've shown you this page before where I have flip flaps and stuff, and they take a lot of thickness. What you can do is take these expanders and pop them into your book right here, and what that does is it allows a little dimension on the flap so that it makes this part of your album more even with your pages instead of like pinched together and wedged out. I hope that makes sense. They work wonderfully. A long time ago, I used, and you may still be able to find them. Have you ever seen those magazine holders for 3-ring binders where it has like a plastic loop here and you slide your magazine through it? I used those for a long time because they're so cheap. They're just hard to find now because people don't store magazines like that anymore. I had a friend who used to make these out of cardboard or chipboard, and I've seen them made out of fun foam. Just anything to make your albums not look like a giant wedge, right? And I go through a lot of them, so I order these in a lot at a time. So I might use 2 packages or more in every album that I put together. I just think it makes it lay nice and flat, and I like that on a shelf. I don't like them to look like, you know, like a big open V. Okay. The other thing I want to show you is, you know, the Happiest Place kit has the variety of papers. It has the foiled cardstock, the fun stickers and that kind of thing. And I bought a pack of each of those, plus I bought the Cut Above kit. And the Cut Above kit is 8.5 by 11 layouts, and I really don't use very many 8.5 by 11 albums, and so I really wanted my Disney pages to all be 12 by 12 albums. So basically what I did is I took those 8.5 by 11 Cut Above kits and I made them into 12 by 12 layouts. And I didn't just plunk them onto paper. Some of them I did, actually. I gotta be honest, some of them I did. Like this one's fairly close. You can see this is right here is the 8.5 by 11 Cut Above page, and it's really cool. I basically extended it out onto a black sheet of cardstock and added a little bit of the blue sparkle, and just more or less changed the way the embellishments looked. And so I love these pages. I like their style. I just changed it up a little bit to accommodate my need for the 12 by 12. I've noticed a lot of consultants who are doing workshops and things are starting to use these 12 by 12s, and they're trying to use them as non-Disney pages, which is great because you can look at this page, and if you eliminated my Mickeys, I mean, honestly, it could be used for any birthday or any celebration. I am a Disney-aholic, and what appealed to me was that they were Disney looking, and so I wanted them to look Disney. We went to Disney at Christmas time, and so this is another one of the 8.5 by 11 pages, and I added it to green, which is not something everyone would do. I made like a little pocket for some journaling, and popped up the picture. See, that's why you use those spine expanders for all of the dimension that these things add to your page. But I just wanted it to look kind of Christmassy a little bit, like that will be maybe near the front of our book. The other thing that I did was I kept a few of the pages, the 8.5 by 11, and I had a couple of pictures that just didn't go anywhere else. I didn't want them to take up a whole 12 by 12 page, and these will be great in between the other pages. So I can, like if I put these two pages together, you know, I could put this in the middle and it'll be just as cool, right? So I'll put those in my album in the middle of a 2-page spread. Hi, Heather. Oh yeah. You know, I have a Disney book I really should pull out and show you. That's really cool. It's not close to my heart, but I made a mini book because of several years ago they did the Mickeys all over Disney World, painted different ways, just like they did the cows. Remember when they did the cows in the all over the city, and you'd go around and take pictures of the painted cows or whatever? They did Mickeys like this, and so I did a mini album of all of the different painted Mickeys, and it was just, I just wanted to use all my Disney papers even though I hadn't gone for a while, and it was a great way to use them, and it's a fun book to look at. Anyway, I want to show you a couple of things. So here's the 8.5 by 11 page, and then I just extended it out, added some strips of paper to the edge so to make it more 12 by 12. And the reason I have such a big blank here is because I have some close to my heart, fun decorations that I want to add to the page. And so I just didn't want to show them on my live. I don't know why, because honestly, my favorite page of all of the ones that they made was this one right here. And this is the reason I did not change it in any way. I love how it looks. I love everything about it. And I made the page so that it has flip flaps. And I just haven't cut I cut my flip flap. I just didn't slide my page through yet. But basically when we go, Steve likes to eat everywhere, and so I wanted to do a few pages on food, just food. Let's see. Again, this is the, you know how they had a single page? They have a title page and a back page. I decided this would be the title page of my book. I always like to start my books with the picture of the arch, you know, welcoming you to Disney or whatever. And then I always like to show the temperature when we drive because it was truly like snowing and blizzarding in Illinois when we went on this trip. So I think that the next page, I did another one of the middle pages. Steve's favorite ride is It's a Small World, and he drives us a little crazy because he wants to write it over and over again. And you know that song. The song is just such an earworm. It just goes on and on. And so we make fun of him all the time. So this 2-page spread is dedicated to Steve's favorite ride, It's a Small World. And this time when we went, interestingly, at the very last screen when it says goodbye and everything, it had my name on it. And that was like, how did it know? But it's attached to the new, you know, the armbands, the magic bands that people are wearing, and whatever name is attached to that armband comes up. It's like, goodbye, Connie. It's very creepy. At the same time, it was kind of cool, but I did stop and ask. We had a boat all to ourselves, and so they let us ride it like 3 times in a row. Gag. And then this is the 8.5 by 11 pages that I decided not to cut down. So you can see that I kept about 3 layouts untouched, although I did change what I put on them. Like you can see, this one doesn't have nearly as the embellishments that they show in the cut above. I use those, you know, on the other part of the page, but I wanted to show all these crazy pictures. Steve went bananas during the ride, and he takes pictures of everything, and he likes to sit and watch once and then ride it again and take all the pictures. And so he drives us a little crazy with that. But I wanted to show you that I'll put that between the 2 layouts. And again, with all of those flip flaps, you kind of need something to keep your book from looking like a wedge. So that's why I wanted to show the spine expanders too. Okay, and this is the final page. This is a single page. You almost can't see it with my pictures on here, but basically this is the 8.5 by 11, and I kept the black strip, and everything else I changed. I had all of the embellishments left over, lots of stickers, and I just went through and decorated it the way I wanted to decorate it. And so I added it to one of the fun holographic white cardstock pages. These are so dynamic. Like when you see this in real life, it is really something. It's sparkly. And then I used some of the zip strips and stickers up here in the corner. This was it almost looked like a PML card. It was 4x6, and I cut it down to make a decoration. And then we just had, during the Merry Christmas party, we had a lot of character pictures. So that's that. So that's how I changed my cut above layout. And when I was going through my Disney stuff, trying to kind of weed through and decide what I wanted to use and keep, I found this. Does anybody remember this? This is from the Magical Constant campaign, and it's a stamp set that it wasn't that long ago, but it is a duplicate for me. And so anybody who posts on this video during this week will be entered into a drawing to get this free. And if you already have it, don't worry about it. Someone else can get it this time, and maybe you'll get the next prize. But I just thought that was really, it was such a nice find to find one that was in my stash, and it was perfect timing. And I did use it on some of my pages because I love the sayings, I love the font. This little castle that's in here looks really cool, peeking out above your photos. And because they're acrylic and you can see through them, it's nice to be able to line this up. It's a little tricky, but you can do it. Hi, Stephanie. So I just think that's a great giveaway, anybody who wants it. The other thing I stumbled on using the old Close to My Heart paper is this layout. And if you wanted to, I probably showed it back then, but basically using each background paper, making a big flag and putting it across on black paper, and using zip strips or washi tape at the bottom, and then put your photos on. This one is my page that goes with it. Did the exact same thing. I just rearranged the colors of the strips, and then I just added a few embellishments that I had in my stash. So I just thought that was really neat. And if you haven't gotten out your like baker's twine and stuff like that, what a nice way to use that up. I think it really adds to this whole thing. I have a lot of stuff from the current pack, this cut above pack that I have left over, because what I found was if I kept my photos 4x6 or even 4x4, which mostly I do, they had too many embellishments on the page for me, and I have too many pictures to only put one picture on each page. Like on this page, I am very likely to put another photo down here. And so sometimes when there's just too many embellishments, I have to cut back. I have to cluster a little. If I don't put another photo, I might add something like that. But you'll know, you probably noticed on the layouts that I made, my embellishments are like in the corners so that I have some room for my photos. And then I even made more space for photos by using the flip flaps because, well, you know, I have a lot of pictures. When I go to Disney, I come back with, I've probably taken over 1,000 pictures, and I don't use them all, but the ones I use tend to be the ones I don't want to cut down. So see, there's 3 pictures on that page. And when they do their 8.5 by 11 workshop at the end of August, you know, a lot of times they just put like 3x3 photos, and there's no way I could cut these down to 3x3. 4 by 4 maybe, but not 3 by 3. And so I just needed to use fewer embellishments on them. And then like on this one, see, I cut my slit for my flip flap, and I didn't put my picture through it. I don't know why I didn't. Here, I'll do that now. There, okay. So you can see I have 3 pictures on that page. I have one at the base of Steve getting his pretzel from Germany, the menu from Germany, and then him taking a big bite, which I thought was a hilarious picture. I have to fix that in a minute. Okay, and then even the pages where I only used a couple of pictures, I used up some of the space where they did embellishment. So you're gonna, if you do this to your pages too, you're gonna have some extra embellishments left over, which is why it's really a good idea, in addition to the cut above kit, to go ahead and buy the paper pack, because then you can use your embellishments you have left over and the stickers and the papers and just do more pages. These are amazing. All right. I just want to repeat again, if you go to the Close to My Heart Facebook page and click on events, you can mark that you're going to all of them, even if you're not really going, and that way you are entered into drawings for freebies. And this will be that cut above event is the weekend of like August 27th. So they have a lot planned to go through a workshop using this pack, the cut above 8.5 by 11, and a card workshop. And so it's several hours of workshops that they're going to do with you. So let me know if you have any questions, everybody, and have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.